nearly half of Republicans believe teachers could influence children's sexual orientation or gender identity. Conservatives have spent the last several months denouncing LGBTQ teachers as groomers and pedophiles, with right-wing pundits often saying that they believe that talking to children about LGBTQ issues can turn kids gay. It turns out that a large number of Republicans believe that teachers can actually make children turn queer. A new Morning Consult poll showed 40% of Republican adults said that they believe teachers can influence students' sexual and gender identity. The survey also found that 31% of Republican parents are uncomfortable with LGBTQ people working with their kids. In contrast, 84% of Democratic parents said that they were comfortable with LGBTQ people working with their kids. The survey further found 6 out of every 10 Republican parents said that they oppose lessons about the LGBTQ civil rights movement in schools and oppose lessons about sexual orientation and gender identity. Democratic parents' opposition was just 2 out of 10. I'm just gonna be the first to say it, purely ridiculous of Republican parents to believe that, but
I have to say, they said that teachers can turn kids gay.
Exactly.
They're not saying is that teachers can allow a person who's questioning their gender identity to come out and maybe have a safe place to speak about it if they can't at home, and potentially avoid suicides, where if you can't talk to somebody and you don't feel like you're in a safe environment, children could things could turn horribly wrong. So to say that they're turning them gay, maybe opening up a dialogue for conversation to find out that how you feel is normal is more important than them turning them gay.
Yeah, what they're really afraid of is children to see gay people living their best lives.
Right.
Being open, and because the choice isn't to be gay. The choice is to how you're going to live your life. But this is just a part of a broad disinformation campaign it's just, they're literally pulling the same playbook or page out of the playbook for every single possible social issue as part of a broader strategy that they've been doing for well over a year.
How do we prevent children from becoming Republican or conservative?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Let's talk about it a lot. That's a good point. But John, the point is it's working.
Yes.
The survey is showing that DeSantis and radical conservative GOP, and I use both radical conservative GOP because all 3 words should be used independently. GOP does not mean radical conservative, but radical conservative GOP and DeSantis are successful. And they have been successful in this last year, and that's what the survey is showing, that they're reformulating a decision-making paradigm that goes, you can do something as ridiculous of say gay and you become gay. No, that's ridiculous because believe me, I went through most of my young adult life where I wish somebody would have said say straight over and over and over again, and I could have chosen to be straight. It's not possible. And that's the ridiculousness here. The survey also represents, it's just blatant homophobia.
There it is.
It's just blatant homophobia. And the proof of that in when you see studies and surveys like this is take the exact same questioning to come to the conclusion that you come to, and take gay out of the definitional word and insert black or race, or take gay out and insert Jewish or Muslim, and you would find similar kinds of conclusions. That is racism, that is homophobia, that is a zealot mentality of xenophobia. And that's what this survey demonstrates, that 4 to 6 out of every 10 people that identify in this class say, yes, this is what happens, and they would probably and likely say the exact same thing about Black, Jewish, Muslim, or other marginalized minority groups. And this survey is important for us to learn it, to make sure that we're aware that this is going on. This is the enemy we face. They are not going away. They're not.
They're not.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth